Hi, I'm Mike and I'm an amateur watchmaker in the United States. Like many of you, I started my horology journey watching YouTube videos and I love sharing my projects on my channel. If you're new here, I tend to work on watches from the 1950s to the present, and my projects come in all shapes and sizes with one common factor. I bought them all inexpensively, and most of them have been cast aside as unwanted or not worth fixing. I'm kind of spiritual, and I feel like every used watch, no matter what the brand or cost, comes with its own history. Maybe by bringing it back to life, I can add a few more chapters to that story. I spent my summer and fall scouring flea markets and places that sell used jewelry looking for watches, and I'm amassing an eclectic collection ranging from vintage mechanicals to solar-powered quartz and many of the weird transitional technologies in between. I've been spending my time tinkering, taking them apart, and putting them back together, honing my skills, trying to conquer my fears, and even restoring some of them to wearable condition. I feel a little bit like an animal shelter. I can't say no to rescuing a watch in need, regardless of its species. Today's video is a little different. It's a fairly unrefined video of me troubleshooting a non-running automatic watch that was probably made in the 1960s or 70s. The video is literally me talking to myself as I open the watch and try to diagnose why it isn't running. You may sense frustration in my voice from time to time, but I assure you that the outcome is good, and I hope you get a sense of the satisfaction that I get and maybe you'll get from amateur watchmaking. This is a Sekonda Auto Date Deluxe. 29 joules. We should count them. Shock proof. That's a big claim. It's got a calendar complication, a sweep second hand. It's got a Cyclops little bubble there, but I don't see it running. I don't see it winding. And what does the back tell us? It says shock and water protected, automatic, stainless steel back. Now, when I was looking at this watch under the microscope just a minute ago, I discovered something. Let me see if I can zoom in here, see if you can see it too. Let's go all the way in, right down there. USSR. So let's see if we can get the back off and take a look at the movement. Always fun to explore. Let's see. Will the sticky ball work? Yeah. Yep, sticky ball's working. And first look at the Sekonda on the inside. Hey, look at those Geneva stripes on that rotor. Let's see. Does the back tell us anything? No, it just has those spun machining marks. Those spun marks remind me of a symbol. All right, so there's an automatic rotor, and as this rotor turns, it winds the watch. And yeah, you could see it turning the gears below in that direction. Will it continue to wind in this direction? Yeah, look at that. This little orange or copper cam switches positions and appears to wind the watch in either direction. Okay, so the winder is doing the winding. Very nice. What else is going on here? Well, here, let's do a little bit of investigative work first. We have a number that's imprinted on one of the bridges, 5321038. I don't know if that's a movement or a serial number. Okay, what else can we observe? Well, got some hair here, so definitely someone has been in this watch. And let me grab my Rodico on a stick to see if we can pick up those hairs where we see them. So then the next question is, does it have a heartbeat? Let's get our blower and let's see if we can jump start the balance. Let's give it a little gentle puff of air. Ooh, that's very stuck. Is it possible that the pallet fork is not lined up with the impulse tool? Let's try taking out the balance. And I'm just going to do this right here in the watch. So if we loosen this, sometimes things are not put back the way they should have been. We'll loosen the balance cock. And let's see if we can lift the balance assembly out and get a better idea of what may be going on here. It's a little bit awkward because we're still on the case, but I think I have enough of an angle on it. All right. Put that down just for a moment. And let's just observe what's going on down here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's all kinds of hair stuck around the end of the pallet fork. See that? That's not good for a watch. And it also looks like there's dried oil, but that's a good sign. Did you notice that when we rock the pallet fork back and forth, the escape wheel is advancing? Okay, so that's very encouraging. The train of wheels is advancing, which means that there's some hope. And there's lots of marks. Yeah, there's some history here. People have been in this movement before. Okay, I'm going to record this number, which may be the movement number, 2416. 2416, and that's a number that was under the balance. Okay, let's see if we can take a closer look at the balance. All right, so the hairspring looks like it's concentric. That's a good thing. Oh, wait. Do you see that? The end of the hairspring stud, is not in the hole. Look at that. So I guess that screw came loose. Very interesting. So what's holding the hairspring on? I guess it's only being held on because it is maybe stuck between these two guide pins. Let me think. What's the best way to get a grip on this? Because we want to put this back together. Well, let's flip them over and we can assess the underside. Yeah, look at that. The only thing holding this on right now is that guide pin. Let's do this. Let me see if I can release the guide pin. Got a smaller screwdriver. And if we turn this, oh, okay. Well, okay, so I just messed up, but I don't think it's fatal. I just popped the regulator off the back of this. What I need to do is transfer this whole thing over to a surface that's not flexible. So I'm going to switch over here to a staking block. So let me just see if I can pick this whole thing up like a sandwich, because right now I have 3 separate bits. Okay, I'm going to place it here on a more solid surface. Let's see, is this regulator now? It's separate now, isn't it? So I need to get a grip on that. I'm problem solving here. Oh, wait, okay. So if the hairspring stud is not engaged, I have to think this out here, because I haven't been in this situation before, but I can talk this through. The hairspring is captured by that regulator. If I hold this, I should be able to wiggle that out. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to set that down on one of these holes so I don't hurt the pivot. Okay, so here is the balance cock, and there's the shock mount on this side. That regulator arm gets press fit onto this side, and I knocked it loose. And what we want to do is I want to check to see if this screw is going in and out. That is the screw that holds the hairspring stud in place. Okay, and so do we have motion on this screw? Well, we have motion in the out direction. See if we have it in the in direction. How far can we go in? Is that enough to hold it in place? Maybe it's just dirty. Okay, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on the tip of a swab and just try to get a little bit of the grease off of this so the screw goes in a little bit more. So when we reassemble this, I want to make sure I'm holding on to that hairspring. Got some isopropyl on the swab. Okay, we can see it going in now. So we will have enough range so it has a bite on that hairspring stud so we can hold it in place. We'll back this out to let us put that hairspring stud in easily. Now we can turn our attention to freeing that guide pin guard. Now let me think, what can I do to hold that down securely? Let's see, I wonder if I used my big tweezers. Will I be able to get a grip on it? That's a little bit weird because it's just bouncing around on me. Can I just pin it? I don't feel like I have good leverage here, but let's just see. Yep. Oh, that did the trick. Okay. Now that the guard for that guide pin is out of the way, let's take a look at the pivots. The hairspring looks kind of okay. I guess it's coming out just a little bit on that side. I want to see if I can just make a slight adjustment to this hairspring and just do it in place. Just want to hold it like right there and see if I can't just ease the bend. How'd we do? All right, so now it's out a little bit here, a little bit more. Try just one more little adjustment. We went a little bit too far there. This is why we get flea market watches, so we can practice these kinds of things, right? That's looking better. Now with that looking better, I don't want to hurt the regulator pin, so I'm trying to let that hang over that hole. Oh! And he dove off again. Should I do it the other way around? I guess this is the other way of doing it. Wouldn't it be funny if this was easier? I can't really see it, but we can just approximate it. Nope. Come on. Yeah, there was a clicking sound. Okay. Does it rotate now? Can it be adjusted? Okay. So I'm thinking it's on. Let's see if we can get the balance back on with the hairspring. We want to line this up so the pivot goes into the jewel, the hairspring stud goes into the hole, and the first coil is on the inside of that guide pin. Okay, coil's in the guide pin. All right, let's just double check ourselves. Hairspring stud is in the hairspring stud hole. Very carefully now, lock. Nope. Come on, hairspring, go down. Okay. All right, let's review. So the guide pin is now only on the outer coil, and the guard is covering the guide pin, capturing the outer coil. The hairspring is now in that little stud hole. So now we need to tighten the stud screw. Okay, let's call it back together and let's try putting it back in the watch. Oh, I can feel the magnetism. Okay. Oh, hey. Okay. Well, it's going. Let's fasten this down better. So here's my analysis. We're tightened down. The hairspring, something doesn't look right underneath this part of it. Maybe I want to just take this whole assembly and put it in some one dip. I'm going to jump out right here. I'm very happy I got it running, and we will circle back. Of course, this watch needs a service, but let's see what it looks like on the front. Is anything going to fall out? I hope not. Yeah, look at that. It's ticking. Okay, well, that is something that it wasn't doing when we just started today. So I'm feeling good about that. Well, this diagnostic session on an inexpensive flea market watch has come to an optimistic end. And I got a good hands-on lesson in troubleshooting a balance regulator and hairspring. I'm going to close up the watch and save the project for the future. I hope you enjoyed following along, and maybe you'll run into similar situations and remember this video. Since you made it this far, I have a question for you. What's your opinion of short videos like this versus hour-long full rebuild videos? According to my YouTube stats, there's a big drop-off of people watching a video after a few minutes, and I'm trying to get an idea of the perfect length so you have the best viewing experience. Please let me know your viewing preferences in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm Mike, the channel is Watch with Mike, and I look forward to our next time together. Hey, don't run away just yet. If you haven't already, please support the channel by giving this video a like, join the conversation by leaving a comment, check out my related videos, and click that subscribe button. It really helps, and I appreciate having you as a viewer.